Greetings everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome to Her Tears Were My Light. This is a highly rated visual novel on Itch.io and I am eager to see what it's about, especially because this game is about time and space. And a very sappy romance as well, apparently. So this is the settings I've got it under. I found that English dyslexic is better to read than English itself, just because the text is a bit higher, or sorry, the tallness is higher on the let's say the height of them is more. Sorry, that shows my sort of understanding of things in life, isn't it? Now, okay, let's start and see where we can go because it's released in 2016. Darkness, darkness, and nothing in all directions. This game autosaves. Using save points is completely optional. So how does one use save points? Unsure. F actually puts it to full screen, which I do not want. Damn it, I thought F was to hide the interface. At some point I started thinking, shouldn't there be something here? Something? Anywhere? So I started looking. I don't know what exactly I was looking for. But as I wondered, I spotted a light in the distance. Before the Big Bang? Is this time we're talking about? As I approached, I found another, and another, and another one, and another one. A trail of burning bright lights. They travelled out and away. They steadily grew, piercing through tiny holes in the darkness. They fascinated me. I decided that I'd walk until I reached the source. No, I found a girl. She was sitting on a bed of those stars. It was a beautiful sight. No, someone's here. Sniff. So how do I... we can save. Damn it. I got this option where I thought, well, warping doesn't do anything. So let me just go to save instead. So I believe if you click on warp and it just returns you back to that point. Someone's here. What should I say to her? Are you crying? Excuse me, but have you been crying? I felt so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. Wah, I'm so happy. Nah. So... oh, it's H which is high. I don't know why I thought F, because F for me stands for fade. Don't ask questions, okay? Just don't ask questions about me, silly. Wah, I'm so happy. If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly. Space. Do you need some space to think about this, you know? Huh? How did you know my name? I don't know. It just slipped out. How did I know her name? She never told it to me, but something about her feels so familiar, like an old friend. This isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself. I know I have to ask for your name. It's time. Time? Time? Time. What are you doing? Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget. Okay. I see. So, time. Where did you come from? I came from... okay, this is the first diversion point of the game, I believe. So, we're going to do what we always do and save. Excellent. I don't know. I'm not sure. It's hard to describe a place with nothing in it. Were you alone in the dark too? Oh no. Thinking of that makes me sad. You're crying again. I can't help it. When I think of how you must have felt, I just... The more she cried, the more stars came out. They were beautiful, but I couldn't help but think, weren't there enough stars already? I couldn't quite place the reason why, but I definitely didn't like seeing her cry like this. Hey, I'll try to describe it in a way that doesn't make you start crying. Huh? The place you came from? Okay. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it the start. The start? Yes. It would make sense to begin at the start. Does it make where we are now the middle? But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we could call it the middle. We can. This place has changed. Has it? Yes. You're with me now, time. So before was the start, and now is the middle. We also call it the present. It makes sense in its own way. This girl is very straightforward. So, if there's a beginning, is there an end? Who knows? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. There probably is one. What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. Will the end be lonely too? Damn it, Space, stop crying. I don't want that. You're crying a lot, don't you? Yes, because look, whenever I do, these stars come out. I already noticed, but maybe it'd be rude to point that out. I can't really explain it, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely. So, from the start, you've just been here making stars? Yes, you see, where there is nothing, I want to put something. Does that make sense? I guess it does. What kind of things do you do, Time? I only have one choice. I move the universe. I can make the universe move. Forwards, backwards. I can jump to any moment I've already experienced. So does that mean that every other visual novel protagonist can also be the embodiment of time? You know, being able to go back to a certain point, being able to start from the beginning, being able to go to the end as you progress through. Lots of stuff. Wow, that sounds like hard work. Making stars sounds harder to me. No, that's easy. Watch. No, don't stop. Stop the crying. I didn't mean to make you cry again. Actually, this is a good chance to demonstrate. Huh? Alright. I remember the outcome. Now I'll rewind to when I said making stars sounds harder. Then I could try to stop her from crying. I need to rewind. I have a button for this. It's at the bottom of the screen. Hey, don't start crying just to prove how easy it is, okay? Huh? How'd you know what I was about to do? That's my power. You already cried before, so I went back to the moment before you did in order to stop you. Wow, you're incredible, Time. It was nothing really. You know something? I only just met you, but it feels like we've always known each other. I did know your name from the first moment I saw you, so maybe your feeling is true. But I can't remember talking with you like this before now. Just like I can't remember crying before you changed what happened. It must be a paradox. Hey, how did you find me in the first place? I just followed your stars and here you were. Oh, that means, hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me. Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry. I won't have to as long as you're here with me, but then again, even if we do get separated, we can just rewind time again just to make sure that we're back at the point and we know what traces we can do in order to prevent us from being able to be separated. I like this game already. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone. Alright, I'll stay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else out there anyway, so I have no reason to leave. Huh? Anyone else? Oh no. If there is someone else out there, do you think we should try looking for them? Yes, we should. You don't want them to feel lonely, do you? Exactly. I'm so happy you understand, Time. Time to move on then. We wandered into the void together to see if we could find anything else out there. But all we find was darkness. And the more darkness we find, the more Space would cry. I didn't like seeing her cry. I didn't want her to feel lonely. Much to my relief, she agreed to rest when I suggested it. I closed my eyes for a while, but when I opened them again, I was back in the dark. Space? No response. What happened? All the stars are gone. Did I make a mistake? I'll rewind from here to before I closed my eyes. We need to keep rewinding until the fast forward thing is no longer available to be thingy-bobbed. I won't close my eyes this time. I have to pay attention so I don't miss what caused everything to go black. Time, you look so serious all of a sudden. Something strange happened. But I don't know what it was. Something strange? Scanning the cosmos, I noticed something seemed to be blopping out of a group of stars in the distance. I spotted the anomaly. I could just barely make it out against the dark background of the void. There was someone out here after all. As soon as I noticed I spotted them, they disappeared. I squinted toward the area they'd been standing only a moment before, thinking I could easily find them again at such a distance. But very suddenly, she appeared, right behind Space. This is darkness. What are you? Nil. As in the value of nil. Nothing. Oh dear. She phased right through space, somehow erasing her from existence. No! That's just no good at all, man. The stars around us dimmed and faded as she disappeared. This is what happened before. This is what I missed by taking my eyes off of her. It was awful. I wanted it to stop. Where Space once stood before me, there was now only nil. What have you done to space and the stars? You took away all the beauty. Now all that's left is the void. But it's beautiful like this too, isn't it? No, no, I don't like it. Bring back space. Bring back the stars. If that's how you feel, I'll lock you in this moment until you understand. No. I won't accept this. But what can I do? If I return to the start? If I start over now, I could change this. Otherwise, I'll be trapped in this loop. No. Okay. So we'll just keep going back until we don't have the fast forward option. Why? Why can't I rewind past this point? If I go forward, all I see is... Okay. Okay, I can't actually rewind. Are you serious? Why can't I rewind past this point? If I go forward, all I see is that. Why are you stopping me from rewinding? Why can't I go back and protect space from you? That wouldn't be fair. Fair? It's not fair that you suddenly took her away. You don't like it? No, no, I don't like it. Bring back space. Bring back her stars. If that's how you feel. Oh, for goodness sakes. Are you sure? No, I'll accept this. What can I do? Turns at the start. Could change it. Be trapped in this loop. No, I'll accept this. can I do? We seem to be in some sort of paradox right now. We have no ways of being able to advance through the game. Yep, I think that searching for someone was a bad idea. Yeah. No, let's not. There was really nothing else out there in the void. Not that I've ever seen. That was a lie. I already know who's out there, but what if there is? What if they're lonely? Well, think about that. It's so sad. If they're like me, they'll follow your stars to reach us. If we wander away from here, we might miss them. Oh, that's a good point. You're really smart, Time. I'm just thinking ahead. Aw. I held her hand so that Null wouldn't be able to sneak up on us. Ah, so you already know the existence of Null. Our fingers interlaced so easily. It was as if they belonged together like this, but that was impossible. That feeling, even if it didn't make any sense, only made me hold tighter. As long as I held on to space, Null wouldn't be able to take her away. We could lay here and admire the stars together, and never do anything else. I'd be satisfied just like this. Time, can I ask you something? What is it? What happened before? What was it that you came back in order to change? We got separated. Oh no, but couldn't you follow my stars? I couldn't. You weren't be able to make them anymore. That's terrible. Yeah, it was. I'm glad you came back. If we couldn't find each other, I'd want to change that too. We lay there in silence for a while. I had the feeling space could sense I was waiting for something. She didn't ask what. As long as I held on to her, she had nothing to worry about. Null. Surely she was watching us from somewhere the light from space's stars didn't reach. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be able to stop her when she reappeared. Or should I say, reappear, but we fell asleep. No! No! I let it happen again! I've lost space again! Time, don't go back anymore. Why are you doing this? She's just going to trap me here again, isn't she? Stay. Stay. Stay, 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 stay. No, but I do not want to stay. Oh. I'll have to restart again. I don't want to stay, you know. Why the heck are you doing this to me? Like, I can't... Damn it! No, I need to tell her what happened, otherwise it will just turn out the same. Space, listen to me. I came from a future where you and all the stars were taken away by someone called Null. Huh? I'm here to try to save you from that fate. I want you to know that. Why didn't you say so earlier? I don't know. I don't want to frighten you. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry that I let myself get taken away. It's not your fault, Space. You don't want to be all alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt. It's okay. I'm able to come back to prevent things like this. Please don't cry. Okay. I told Space about the other versions of our meeting that I knew of. I told her that Null was somehow able to limit my power, trapping me in loops and keeping me from rewinding far enough to stop her whenever she appeared. And Space wanted to help. She said if we worked together we might have a chance. It was better than trying to fight this monster on my own. Null seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I'm tired waiting but we fell asleep. So tried wait. What did I do there? Null seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting for before, but we fell asleep. Then we have to make the first move. What should we do? I don't know. If I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's going to happen, so that I'll be able to fix it. The only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you getting taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again. Time, you're working hard, aren't you? I want to help. Nah, I don't want you to feel alone. I'm still here, so I hope I can do something for you. Anything. Even if it's just a gentle pat on the back, or a nice snuggle cuddle. We stayed like this for a while. She was warm. It felt nice. I considered pausing the universe here, in this moment. After all, moving forward could cause something awful to happen again, and it was up to me whether or not to let this path play out. But I knew I didn't have to be afraid, because I wasn't alone. Well then, Null had already shown herself. Why are you doing this? This is Null? Why do you look like me? You're the copy. Why won't you stay erased? Space, run! I'll stop her, but I don't want to be separated from you. It's only temporary. I promise I'll be able to find you later, so get out of here. I don't like this. I don't like this. In an instant, Null's body blinked out of existence, and once again the stars have faded. She slipped through my grasp, and of course, once again space was gone. Was there nothing I could do? Null had beaten me no matter what I tried. My attempts to change fate were only heard in space again and again. Time. Why won't you look at me? You keep taking space away. Of course I wouldn't want to look at someone who'd do that. You're crying for her? I felt so overwhelmed by hopelessness, I barely noticed my tears. How strange, I thought, for me to cry so easily. Space was always the one who... And there it was again. The thing I'd known her for much longer than I possibly could have. I don't understand these feelings. Aren't you going to reset again? What's the point if you'll always... Again, she said again, when she remembered the other times that I asked you before. What are you? I am Null, emptiness, void, whatever you want to call me. Wherever there is something, I want to make it nothing. Does that make sense? Why would you want to do that? You exist just to take space away? Space exists to take me away. Why can't you understand? Must I explain it to you? You know very well, Null, that there are places within the Null, but you can still exist. It's places where matter does not exist, where light doesn't exist. You can just simply spread yourselves out to those reaches of space so far that it's not even considered space anymore. Time, please listen. Why do I want to listen to an empty head? You're so cute nonetheless. Go on. You're still here. You really listen to me? Just say what you want to say. Fine. If I know why she's doing all this, I might be able to think of a way to stop her. But there's another thing in my heart when I look at her. Sympathy. Why? In the very, very beginning... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. In the very, very beginning, I was alone. There was only me, and the thick, empty, infinite darkness that surrounds us now. At some point, I thought, I wanted there to be more than just that. That's when I changed from nothing to something. It was also when you first appeared. Time. From that point on, it felt like we were all there. It felt like we were all there ever was, and all there would ever be. One time and one space, and no one else. We had so much fun together. I thought it would last for all eternity. But then, my light faded and you stopped. You stopped, but I was still here. I was still here, but you rewound to be with the light I'd left behind. I waited for the end to come again, thinking maybe I could reach you there. But whenever it came, you would just rewind again, to be with another new me, another new space. It made me so jealous. I waited for so long for you to finally find me, but how could you? I couldn't cry. I couldn't create any light of my own for you to follow. You found new lights, her stars. You forgot about me. How? How could that be true? I don't have any memories like that. There's no way I would forget about space. But you did, again and again. She always returns to nothing, to me. And you always go back to the beginning. You never stay with me. You always want to stay with space, but not Null. It's because my darkness isn't as beautiful. You'll always choose her stars over me. I erased everything, all of the universes, and started over with just one of you and me. But space is always there too, and you always go to her. Is that why I can't remember? Because you erased the universe that held those memories? Did you know what all of the universes are now? It's you and space together, and I'm alone. That's why. That's why I wanted to bring you to the end faster. I even learned how to stop you from rewinding. When I erased her, I could finally reach you, but you only got mad at me. I'd finally set everything right, but you didn't understand at all. I was stupidly hoping you would remember everything if you could just see me again. I was so angry when you didn't. How could I recall memories that were erased, unless these feelings in my heart? I still can't stop you from resetting. I can't stop you from doing what's always brought you closer to her. You've been going further and further away. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't want to have to explain it all to you like this. I wanted you to remember on your own. But I can't take this anymore. Null's story. Null. Even if those memories were erased from me, they still left an impression in my heart. And that impression, that love has driven my every action up to this point. But you and space are connected. All of my memories with you were with whose space is now. That's how I got it confused. I don't want to hear that. Thanks to you, I finally understand what I've been feeling all along. And it's that you are someone who is very precious to me. Even if those feelings were projected onto a you who wasn't you anymore. I'm sorry now. You're so mean. You treated me like I was the bad one. I was the one who messed up from the start. Could you ever forgive me? All I wanted was to be at your side again, and you forgot about me. I won't forgive you so easily. That's fine. I'll work hard to make it all up to you. Good. You have all of eternity to do that. Just the two of us. Just the two of us, huh? Wouldn't it just be horrible if we just decided, you know what? It's fine like this. Yeah, just the two of us. I'm so happy. I've waited for this for so long. I know. Sorry to keep you waiting. Null and I spent all of eternity together, just like she said. I digress. She reminds me of that character from Super Paper Mario, the magician. Just her everything just seems like that dementia character. Alone together in the darkness without space light. I felt like I'd left something behind, but being with Null together, no, with my true space, that was all that mattered. I had a lot to make up. We can't rewind, oh my gosh. I had a lot to make up for. Nah. And these are the credits. Nah. Thank you all. Thank you, come again. Oh my. It's definitely remembered. Damn it. Ah. How many of these memories are there? Next page. Partially erasement. I can reset things back to right after I lost the third space. Never mind. Option. What other things are there? Memories. So we got the nil ending. Complete erase. No. Memories. It's definitely quite a complicated scenario. Neil story. I listened to what Neil had gone through before. Memory unlock. So there's 3 endings in the game, and I presume that there's space story and time story as well. I think we got what was definitely the bad ending. No, the nil ending, nothing ending. Partially erase everything. I can reset things back to right after I lost the 3rd space. Do it. Continue. Oh, for goodness sakes, look at that! We have no save points. Next page. So if we had to... Okay, so the endings are fixed in place, but I believe that the key to unlocking the true ending is to listen to Neil's story again. I need to find space right away. As I made my way toward her, I feel relieved to see her comforting light in the distance. Someone's here. Please don't cry, you're alive. I want to save you! Space, listen carefully. Someone called Neil is going to come and take you and all of your beautiful stars away. Huh? Please trust me, my name is Time, and I came from a future where that's what always happens in the end. I don't understand. I know there's a lot to take in. I want to protect you. I don't want Neil to take you away. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry, but I let myself get taken away. It's not your fault, Space. Told Space about other versions. Neil was somehow able to limit power. Space wants to help. What a chance. Tried again anyways. Neil seems to only appear. Oh, guard down. First move. We said that it felt as nice as I remembered. Warm, comfortable, safe. Expecting Neil to show up again soon. I had to be careful going forward from here. These might be the last moments where Space in this version of our universe. Space. There's something I want to say. What is it? Nah. That's so pretty, is it now? I really like you. This may be a bit sudden, but I like you a lot. I feel the same. Even if we only just met. Even if we only just met because you really wanted to stay with me, didn't you? Even if you had to try over and over, you have always come to find me to make sure I wasn't lonely. Isn't that right? Don't make it sound so selfless. I don't want to feel lonely either, but I just wanted to be here with you. I don't want either of us to be left all alone. The thought that we've met like this again and again is enough to make me never feel lonely again. Thank you, Time. Oh, I'm crying again. How could hearing those words make me so happy? I have no right to hear them yet. I haven't done anything to protect you yet. I've only failed you over and over. You're trying your best. That's what it feels like to me. How could you do that? How do you know everything I've told you isn't a lie? Because you say it so honestly. I could feel our connection in my heart. Even so, if I don't remember our other meetings, even if I don't completely understand all of this, I still think you're someone very precious to me. Nah. Let's not go too forward. You're precious to me too. Space. That's why I'll definitely save you. I know you will. And then there's Neil again. Neil had already shown herself. Again. Yeah, it won't work. Maybe if I hold her tight for her, if I could just keep her here. What's the point in doing the same thing twice? Indeed. Nothing changed. I failed again. Next she'll start crying over her. Can we skip that part? She knows. She remembers everything as well as I do. I asked you before. What are you? Yes. Time. Please listen. We'll listen. We'll listen. Okay, so we've got Neil's story. This is the thing I want to save. I have to go back. I'm sorry, Neil. I promised Space that I would go back to her. No, why? Am I not enough for you? Staying here would mean I'm forgetting a part of you again, and I don't want that. I'm not going to leave any part of you all alone. Do you understand? I do understand, but I still don't like it. What can I do in order for you to accept this then? If you're really serious, returning to the beginning, I want to start over with you. But instead of looking for Space first, you have to find me instead, okay? Do you promise you'll come to me first? I don't like the sounds of that. That's a lot to ask. Finding Space is a lot easier. I wouldn't even know where to begin looking for you. She's angry. I'll give you another chance. Fine, but I'm glad we went through that option first. Yes, I promise to come and find you. Good, it's a promise. Right now, I'll see you again soon. Murmurers. Next page. You promised. I promised to find Neil first. Okay. So would it be... Ah, you can't go back to any... Okay, good. Start. Darkness. Darkness and nothing in all directions. Neil was somewhere out there. Out here in this emptiness. She'd be waiting for me all along. You've... Just like that, you found me. I promised I would. You also promised we'd never be apart. And you promised I was the only one you'd ever love. And you promised... Hold on. You're talking about a version of me who's not around anymore. I personally haven't promised you anything like that. Forgetting about it is no excuse. I'm still holding you to everything you've said in the past. You're pretty strict. This is your punishment for everything you've put me through. Fine. As long as you don't start making things up to get me to do whatever you want. I'll be fair. Are you ready to meet Space? No, she isn't going to like me. She won't remember what you did before, and if we told her, I think she'd understand how you felt. What's wrong? You really don't want to meet her. It's not that, Do we have to go right away? I still haven't forgiven you yet. So that's how it is. Maybe if you'd give me a kiss, perhaps I'd forgive you a little bit. You're really cute. I know. Ugh. We'd fallen right back into place as if I'd never been gone. Her touch felt so similar. How could I have ever forgotten it? Damn it all, I don't want to have any sort of romanticness with the darkness. We must have had a million of these kinds of encounters before. Why else would it have felt so unnatural? Every moment like this was lost to me. I'd have to make new memories to replace them one by one. Oh, these stars, They don't feel lonely. Their light feels happy. Oh, someone's here. The true beginning. Ah, there's another kind of ending, isn't it now? Wow, This is where space and Null coexist together. Memories. Next. That was the true ending. So, there's another ending in this, and it has to do with the fact of denying Null altogether. And restart. Partially. Do it. Continue. Find and return. Let's be romantic now. Please say no if you don't want to, but it's okay if I kiss you. I'm so happy you asked. Nah. Oh, this is so cute. Her warmth was unlike anything I've ever experienced. In that moment, the stars around us grew brighter and brighter, washing out the darkness of the void until the whole cosmos was bathed in her light. And we were at the center of it all. I won't forgive you. I won't. This is Null. Why do you look like me? I have to erase you. There's no other choice. No, I won't let you do that. You're hurting time. Please go away. She's hesitating. I'm hurting time. She's the one who... I don't want you to make time sad anymore. I think you should leave us alone. She really left. Did I do it? You won't have to reset anymore now, will you? I think so. I think you're safe now. But why would Null suddenly stop like that? Because the stars shine brighter. Can it really end like this? Yes, it's fine like this. As long as space is safe, that's all I care about. We did it! Now we can be together forever! Yeah, I'm glad. Hee hee hee. Time looks peed off. Space and I spent all of eternity together, just like she said. Alone together in her brilliant light, without Null's darkness. I feel like I left something behind, but being together with space, that was all that mattered. Everything was going to be perfect from now on. Hey. That was all good now, was it? Whoa, that is very bright. I don't think there's a possible way of being able to have all of the memories put in together. So yeah, that is kind of a conundrum. So, yeah, it would be impossible to have all three memories unlocked, because the third one relies on Null not being existent. Null would never bother us again, but was it okay to leave her all alone? I didn't go back for space, would she forgive me? And then the true beginning. Null, space and I were able to live together happily for all eternity. I can see why this is a very highly rated game on Edgio. This is a pretty game. A really lovely game, to say the least. Her tears were my light. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Please check this game out for yourself if there are any other secrets which you have found, or which you will find, which I won't be able to, unfortunately, but it is still a wonderful game nonetheless. I think, yeah, let's go back to the true ending one more time, just to see that beautiful space scenery once again. This is joyful. This is definitely the ending that is kind of like a reminiscent of reality. The combination of both the light and the dark. They both need to exist in order for reality to be wholesome. You can't exist with one without the other. Sort of like hot and cold, or south and north, or east or west. You know, it's impossible to exist without the other thing, even though it's painful, with the darkness being there all the time. But you can live with it, you can overcome it. This game also has a reminiscence of your emotional state of mind. There's one, there's the other, but you can exist with both. You don't need to exist in both the happiness purely, or on the emotional scale in the darkness purely. You can live with both. Now, that's what makes you a person. But then there's this concept of time, which is just something which I don't think that could ever be explained. Like, what is time? What is this concept that we call time? It's something that I believe is only perceptioned by your own individuality. But thank you so much to the developers for making this game. It is really nice to see this concept, even though there's a lot of romance to it involved. But it's not actually a lot, actually, to be honest. It's actually quite little. But it is really warming to see this. You know, we can all coexist just like opposites can coexist. Part of nature, part of life. And even though you might find yourself in the darkness, in the infinite darkness, there's always going to be that trickle of tears emitted from space. And each of those dusts within this the space are stars. And we could be formed as stars. And we could flow around endlessly in the darkness. But never give up hope. Never put yourself into a pit where you can't climb out of. There'll always be something on the other side. So never stay down there. Always be on the earth. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it as much as I have. And see you all in another video. Have a wonderful day and take care of yourselves.